Hello, my name is Julia. Welcome to An Abundance of Books and the start of the TBR Trials. I have been floating with the idea of playing a TBR game for a while, but I wanted to do something different. It seems like no matter what TBR game you're watching, whether it's Monopoly or Spin the Bottle, or just picking random things out of a hat, it all sort of ends up being the same. You write the prompts out ahead of time and then just sort of pick one through whatever means you have come up with. And I wanted to do something different than that, so I'm going to be inventing 5 TBR games from now until the end of the year. Sort of figure out what I like, what I don't like, and then maybe implement one of those in the new year. So today we are going to be playing Quiddler, which is a word card game. Each of the cards has a letter on it and you spell words. Sure, there are more rules than that, but do you really need to know? There is a version for multiple people and there's also a solitaire version, which I'm going to be playing a modified version of. And from that we'll get some words and we'll just sort of try to find books that fit with them. I like this idea for how stretchy, I guess, it can be, where it's all about finding creative ways to find books that fit those prompts. Sometimes they're going to be better than others, so I think it'll be interesting and something new and different every time. I also haven't implemented any sort of reward or punishment systems for this. I probably won't for any of these games. I'm just going to be playing these for fun, and then maybe in the new year when I implement it for real, I'll have a reward punishment system. Who knows? Everything is up in the air. So without further ado, let's cut to Quiddler. I already did it, so enjoy. This is the Quiddler deck. You'll see each of the cards has a letter and a point value. So what we're gonna do is try to make as many words as possible in the solitaire format. The rule book says to do 8 across, but that felt like a lot for me. So we're just gonna do 6 and see how many words we get. So I'm gonna do 6 and then 5 down. Okay, I'm going to play clean. I guess I'll just put that there. I'm going to play fact. I'm trying not to think of books as I play the cards, but sometimes it's hard. I'm going to play liar. R. 2X is cool. I am going to play yore, as in days of yore. I guess we're going with bad. I'm gonna call here that I can't play a word with this, and the rule I came up with is if that happens I discard the card with the highest point value, which is one of the X's. So that'll just go away and we'll keep going. I'm gonna say it again and get rid of the X and we'll keep going. And I'm going to play hero. And then this is it. It's the end of the cards. And I guess we're gonna go with and as our last word. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words at the end. All right, so at the end of the game, we have 7 words. Clean, fact, your, liar, here, bad, and. I think that's all of them. So with these words, I'm going to be trying to come up with some prompts. I had decided, I don't remember if I said in that clip, I'm planning on using 5 of them. And I think 5 is a pretty safe number. It gives me some variety, but I do also want to stick with the challenges that I have for myself. And so some of these will fit in and some of them won't. Let's start with the easiest prompt, the hardest to dispute, and that is fact, which immediately I thought nonfiction. So for that, I picked a book that will also fit my same month, different year challenge, and that is The Organ Thieves, the shocking true story of the first heart transplants in the segregated South. I don't know any more than that, but I think it's going to be a really interesting read. I like weird medical stuff, and then having it paired with a racial lens, I think is going to be a very interesting read. Another one that I think is going to be hard to dispute, I hope so, is Your, and for that I am going to pick The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. This was written in the days of yore.
It's from Your.
Right? The 50s or something? This I have actually been hearing a lot about since I am reading it for a video, like since I decided to put it in that video. I've been hearing a lot of things about it, about how bad it is. Like, it's a banned book in some places. It's got some white supremacy stuff in it, I have heard. So I'm very curious to go into it. I think it'll be interesting going into a book not expecting to like it, but reading it more for like academic purposes, I guess. That'll be interesting. Stay tuned for a video later this month. There are a couple other books that I will be reading for that video, but none of them fit the prompts, and I'm not going to tell you what they are. Next, I have Clean, which this one is probably my biggest stretch because I'm going to read Anxious People by Fredrik Backman. Now, take a moment for yourselves and try to figure out how clean relates to anxious people. My thought process was that this is a story about a group of people who get trapped in a bank as it's like getting, what's the word? Robbed? Is robbed the word I'm looking for? I guess it is. I read lots of books. Anyway, my thought is banks are notoriously clean. That's it. That was my whole thought process. So you can fight me on that one in the comments. You are not wrong. Next we have the word bad, and for that I'm going to be reading For Your Own Good by Samantha Downing. This just came out in July, I believe, and I'm very excited to read it. I read Samantha Downing's previous book, My Lovely Wife, and I really enjoyed it. And this concept of, like, I think it's an evil professor or maybe a principal. I truly don't know what this book is about, but I think he is bad, hence the word. And also good is in the title, and the opposite of good is bad. So it works so many ways. It's a perfect suggestion. You can't fight me in the comments on that one. And then the final words are liar and hero. I think I'm going to combine all of these, and for that I have this beauty that I just got, Darling by Ancrum. This is a Peter Pan retelling in modern day Chicago. Hook is a detective and Tinkerbell is a punk girl, and I have so many questions that will hopefully be answered. So in being a Peter Pan retelling, the reason it fits to the prompts, Peter Pan is traditionally the hero of the story, but my suspicion in this is that he will not be who he says he is, and sort of is leading Wendy down an incorrect path, like a liar would. I read a Peter Pan retelling very recently, Lost in the Neverwoods, something like that, by Aidan Thomas, and it was fine. I didn't really love it. I don't think I love retellings, so I'm interested to see how this one compares. One more book that I have to mention because it fits for my buzzword. That's it. Kayla's buzzword-a-thon is running all year, and the prompt this month is time of day, which I'm going to stretch for because I didn't have anything very clear. And so what I've gone with is Neverworld Wake by Marisha Pessl, because waking time is a time of day, the time of the day when you wake. More fighting, please commence. This is a 5-star prediction for me. I will be vlogging it. I'm extremely excited. I think this is a Groundhog Day something. I know a lot about my books, can't you tell? But I have heard nothing but good things about this one. I love the cover. So that's it. That's my whole TBR that I'm going to tell you about. If you have any opinions on how the Quiddler game went, whether you liked it, whether you like this format, or if there are similar TBR games that like maybe someone else has that I could lovingly rip off, then please comment down below, because I'm gonna have to do 5 of these. I have the next one planned, but not much after that. Please let me know what you want to see on this channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.